Alright guys, welcome to today's video. And today's video I'm gonna show you guys how this Toyota Rav4 is gonna be tinted. We're gonna go with 50% ceramic on the windshield, 15% ceramic with the two front windows, and then on the back window, this SUV already has a 20% shade, but we are gonna put a 20% on top of that, so it's gonna bring it down close to 5%. So that's what the customer wants. She wants to go darker on the back windows, a little bit lighter on the two front windows, and then on the windshield with a 50%. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the first thing that I like to do is clean the windows on the inside to make sure that there is no glue, there is no debris, there's no dirt on the window since the film goes inside. So this is the first thing that I like to do, is to make sure that everything is clean on the inside of the window. So we want to make sure that we cover everything. We're going to use a towel to go through the gaskets just in case it has a little bit of dirt inside. We're going to squeegee it. Perfect. And then we are going to do the same steps on every window of the car. Alright, so now that we have everything cleaned, we're gonna go get our film, we're gonna lay it on the window, and then we are gonna give our template so that way we could install it. We're gonna lay the film on the window. And I like to cut both windows at the same time. Perfect. I'm gonna cut the excess on the film so it's easier to handle it. The first cut that I like to do is on this side. You gotta make sure to go slow just in case you don't want to cut any of the gaskets on the car. Now that I have that cut, I'm gonna lift up my film. Spray it. Spray the other side. I'm gonna shift the film about 1/2 inch to this side, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make my second cut, which is gonna be on this side. There we go. Now I'm gonna shift the film back half of what I shifted that way, and I'm gonna bring my film down like that. Spray the film. I'm gonna squeegee it, that way it doesn't move. I'm gonna lift up the film over here, and then I'm gonna bring down the window just a little bit, so that way this edge on top is exposed, because I'm gonna cut the last part of this. So I'm gonna put my blade, and then I'm just gonna follow the window. Perfect. And from here, we're gonna go to the peel board to finish this up. So that way we do not make any type of cuts on the glass of the car. So we have this peel board, and then we are gonna cut all this excess. Let me show you. So that corner has to be cut, that corner, and then this corner over here. So for that, you could use a ruler, or you could use anything that has a straight edge. To just place it there, and then just follow the outline like that. And then you just remove everything that is in here. There we go. Perfect. And from here, we're just gonna place the window, the film on the window. So the first one, it's gonna be for this side. Let me show you guys over here. So that was for that one. And this one, it's gonna be for the other side. So you guys are gonna be learning how to tint in these videos. I'm gonna spray this. And there we have. So we have the two front windows done. I'm gonna cut the ones on the back, and then I'm gonna show you guys how we are gonna install it. I keep looking up and have to look over here. I just gotta get used to this. All right, so install it. First thing, I'm gonna do a second pass with the squeegee, just in case some dirt came into the window. So I'm gonna do one pass to make sure that there's no any type of dirt. Now I'm gonna spray the window. Make sure that everything is nice and soaked. I'm gonna grab the film. I'm gonna release the liner. From here, I'm gonna get the film. And then I'm gonna install it. So this side goes first. You wanna make sure that it goes all the way in, and then we're gonna shift it that way to that way. So that way the film lays over here nice and smooth. And then we are just gonna make sure that it doesn't touch anything. And then we are gonna adjust it and then squeegee it. Perfect. So let me show you guys. So you wanna adjust it on the top. Sorry, there you go. So that way there is a very thin line of space. But from here, we're just gonna squeegee it, and then we should be done with this window. So let me show you guys how it looks. Perfect. So I like to use two squeegees. The first one is gonna be this one, so that way I can remove the water, and that way the film doesn't move around. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use a second squeegee, which I'm gonna be putting more pressure, so that way I remove all the water that is behind between the film and the window. Perfect. Let me go grab my other squeegee. Perfect. So this is the second squeegee that I have. So I'm gonna spray the window again. And on this pass, I'm gonna put more pressure to make sure I remove all the water that is between the window and the glass. That is perfect. And then I'm gonna use this triangle, so that way I could go through the edges and remove the water that is inside these edges over here. Once that's done, I bring up the window, spray, and then I'm gonna remove the water that is over here on the bottom. My first pass, and this is my second pass, and I'm gonna put, like I said, more pressure, so that way I can remove all the water from the film. And there you have it. I'm gonna clean the window so you guys can see. And this is the final product. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the rest of the film. Alright guys, so in these back windows, usually on SUVs, sometimes they bring this wing over here, so it's hard to reach on the top if you're gonna get the template on the outside, if you do not have a plotter. But I'm gonna show you guys a trick that that you guys could use in order for you to get a template if you do not have a plotter, and if the SUV has that wing. So everything that you're gonna need is a piece of the liner, the release liner, and you wanna make sure that you have a permanent marker. And the film has two sides. There's one side where the marker, it is gonna grab, you guys can see there, and the other side, it doesn't grab. You see it? So make sure to use the side that it is going to be working with the marker. So we're going to spray the back window. I'm going to spray it good. And then we're going to put the release liner on the inside. Just like that. We're gonna use our card so that way it doesn't move. And then with a permanent marker, we're gonna go around the edges so we could grab the outline of the window. Make sure that it's not wet. And then we're just gonna trace the outline with the permanent marker. And then you are gonna go around it, the whole outline. I'm gonna show you guys how it's gonna look once I have everything marked. So once you finish, you should have the outline on the release liner. And the next thing we'll do, we're gonna place the piece of film on the peel board. We're gonna put the release liner on top of it, and then we're just gonna cut around it. And there you guys have it. You have a template for the back window. Perfect. So we have the film here. We're gonna spray it. Peel board. We're gonna put our film here. We're gonna spray the film, and then we are gonna put our release liner on top of it. You could squeegee it if you want. And then we are just gonna cut around it, following the line of the marker. Like that. And there you guys have it. You have a template for the back window. Now let's shrink it and install it. So for this corner windows, we like to use this tool. It's called Glass 8. So it's a piece of tape that goes around the outline. So that way, when we put the film on top, it's gonna help us, one, so we can see where the outline is, and it's gonna help us to make our cut. And then two, since we do hand cutting, it's gonna prevent me for the blade to touch the glass, so that way we are not gonna be scratching the glass of the customer. So we're gonna cut on top of the tape, and it's gonna help me see where the outline is, and then I'm not gonna be scratching the glass of the car. and we only need it on one side because we're gonna use this template to cut the other one on the peel board. So it's very, if you guys could get this, it would be very nice because it's gonna help you a lot whenever you are gonna be doing these corner windows or even back windows and windshields. If you are gonna be hand cutting and you don't wanna mess up the glass on your customer's car. So we're gonna grab this template and we're gonna cut the other side on the peel board. All right, so we have our template. Now we have another piece of film and we are gonna be cutting the other side. So the release liner, it's facing me, and the release liner of this film is facing me. So what I want to do, if I want to cut the other one, is I'm going to flip the film. So that way, two release liners are facing each other, and that way I could cut it, and then I'm going to have the template for both sides. I'm just going to follow this. But if you have a plotter, this is gonna be a lot faster. But if you don't have a plotter and you do hand cutting, this is the way that we do it. There we go. So we have driver side, passenger side. So these corner windows are a bit different. This one you gotta be very careful because you do not want to cut the rubbers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay the film on the window. We're gonna squeegee it so that way it's not moving around. And then we are just gonna follow the rubbers on the side. So I like to start here on the top. And I'm putting pressure against the rubber that way. And I'm just sliding my blade. There we go. I'm gonna take this out. And then on the top over here, there's a curve. So I'm gonna follow that curve with my blade. And just be very careful. And I'm gonna continue following the rubber. Of course, it takes practice, but it's pretty simple to get the outline on this. And then on the bottom, I'm just gonna slide my blade. I'm not gonna cut on it. I'm just gonna slide my blade on the film just to mark it. Because I'm gonna go to the peel board and then I'm gonna cut it over there. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it has a little line. And then I'm gonna do the second cut over there. Alright, so same as the other one, we're gonna put the film, spray it, we're gonna flip this one, so that way we get the other side. This is so it just doesn't move. And then we're gonna follow the outline on this one. There we go, nice and easy. And the bottom. And then we have it. Driver, passenger, or passenger driver. We're gonna figure it out now. But then we have it too. Alright, so to install it, we are gonna, the window's already clean. We're gonna spray the window. We're gonna release the liner. We're gonna wet the film. And then the way that I install it is I start on the top corner first, and then from there I fold the film here, and I'm gonna install the corner on that side so that way the tension separates here. I'm gonna push the film more up. There we go. And then the film is gonna go to its place little by little. So you just gotta have some patience. There we go. So the film is already installed, but what I want to do is, obviously we don't want to have that gap, so we're gonna push the film on this side. We're gonna go ahead and push in. Sometimes you need a little tool so the film could go inside the rubber, inside a gasket. There we go. Perfect. I double check everything, and there is no light gap. So spray, and then we're gonna use a small squeegee, and we are gonna squeegee the whole window. There we go. And this window is ready. We're gonna do a second pass. And then we're gonna use our triangle to make sure that we get everything out from all the edges. There we go. Perfect. And we are ready. Alright, so the whole car is tinted. The only thing we're missing is the windshield, and we are gonna go with 50% ceramic. Let's get it. Alright guys, so that was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something about how to tint the windows on a Toyota Rav4. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and we will see you on the next one. Right now we're gonna keep working, so see you guys. Peace.